Huh?
What's that? These elves are all the same, all flash and nothing.
I'm on your side! He's here somewhere. He's here.
Let's get this over with!
Who's there?
I'm just warming up, you pathetic worm.
Take that!
This is the part where you fall down and... I've fought mud crabs more fearsome than you.
I'm on your side. Ha! You'll never
This is the
take
part
me
where you
down.
fall down and bleed to death. I've fought mud crabs more fearsome than you.
Am I supposed
You're
to be
impressed?
impressed?
I'm
just
crabs more fearsome than you.
Show me what you've got. Let's get this over with.
That the best you can do?
Take that! Azani Blackheart is dead, and our brothers avenged. Dead, finally. Good work. Did you retrieve his ring? I want that as proof that the Blackwood Company didn't defeat him. It's good we've killed him. I'll need his ring as proof that we did the job. You've got it. Good. I'll use it to prove it was we, not the Blackwood Company, who killed him. Good work on this. Now get out of here. I'm going to head back to Coral. When there's more to do, I'll let you know. Your accomplishments are impressive. Because of this, I bestow upon you the rank of Warder of the Fighters Guild. Please, go on. Good day.
Your presence here will not be tolerated. I don't know you, and I
Well
don't
then.
care to know
There were
you.
lights spotted at Cinder's Lodge. That
flying,
place was caused by Valen's Gate himself.
Not surprised. It seems that Skyrim is always involved in a border dispute.
beggar?
Goodbye.
Farewell.
What's new with you?
How are you today?
Oh, it's my pleasure. Please, go on. Have you heard about Kvatch? They say that can't go into battle with broken equipment. Good day.
What can I do for you, meat? Need something to do? Have you heard about Kvatch? For you? Of course. I've got something for you. Could be tough. There are some escaped fugitives for you to find, meat. Some real hard cases got out of the Breville prison. Been terrorizing the locals ever since. The watch is useless. So we step in. Get to it. Apparently, there are 3 or 4 of them. Real nasty from what I hear. You take care of them. Maybe you'll get lucky and they'll surrender. Find the fugitives. Make yourself useful. You've got a contract. Find the fugitives. Make yourself useful.
Get out of my way before I have you slapped. Get out of my way.
Go ahead, please. We'll see. What nonsense. That's just not you. That's amazing. Not now. What a dumb joke. I salute you. What a dumb joke. Such adventures. Don't waste. I won't. Such adventures. That's just stupid. What are you looking for? The castle is north, on the hill. The guilds and shops are west of the river. The homes are east of the river. What are you looking? Both inns. You too. Hello.
I think you should leave. Go ahead, please. We'll see. How nice. Don't make me... Where'd you get... I doubt it. You're too kind. I doubt it. That's really
Chris
funny.
Mason had always been a keen observer of the British political landscape. As the
You're too
BBC's
kind.
political
That's
editor,
really
his
funny.
days were consumed by
Tough
the...
to- I doubt it. That's cute. How nice. I like that. I doubt it. I doubt it. Thank you. Oh, that's great. That's really... I doubt it.
He was cycling to the studio when the
Thank you.
pigeon, mid-swoop,
Don't. That's
collided
really
spectacularly with his face.
Don't. That's really funny. I doubt it. You're too kind. That's cute. You think I'm afraid of you. I doubt it. That's
Chris Mason
really
lost
nice.
control, careened into a sandwich board outside a cafe, and blacked out before he hit the pavement.
Goodbye.
What do you want? A good man who honors the nine may visit the way shrines of... Good day.
When he awoke in the hospital 3 hours later, something was different. The doctors ran their scans. No permanent damage. But when the nurse asked Chris Mason who the Prime Minister was, he blinked and said, Rishi Sunak is clearly a pineapple. Prickly on the outside, sweet to the loyal few, and absolutely incompatible with scones. The nurse nodded slowly and backed out of the room. Over the next few weeks, it became apparent, Chris Mason's brain had rewired itself. Every political opinion, every policy analysis, every government scandal all translated, involuntarily, into fruit metaphors. He couldn't. Chris Mason's editors were baffled, but audiences loved it. His podcast Fruit for Thought shot up the charts.
Well, what is it, sir?
In time, the condition was given a name,
Not to you, I barely
metaphorically
know
induced
you.
neurological fruitosis, MINF for short.
I'm listening. What? That's just... I wish I could say that. Not... Yes!
Chris embraced
What a
it.
great story.
He wore a
Sorry.
tie covered in
I
pears to
don't
an
get it.
interview with the Chancellor.
Not now. Not late. Whatever. Sorry. I don't... I wish I could say that. No more. Not... You think that's funny? What a great story. Not now. That's just... Really? Don't. Please. I'm sorry. Don't talk such rot. Don't.
In a
What
way,
dump-
Chris
what a
Mason had
great
never been
story.
clearer.
You think that's fun? Don't. Really? Interesting. Sure, I know about them. Look,
Because in a world of spin, deflection, and ambiguity, perhaps what the public needed most was someone who could explain politics in terms.
bad news. Wish I had more to tell you about them, but I saw
One
Kudai
bright Wednesday
moving around
morning,
outside the
Chris
Mage's
sat
Guild
down to
yesterday.
write his
In
daily
fact,
piece,
I
a
could
gentle
swear she was
dissection of the
crying.
latest reshuffle.
I hope she finds her missing friend. Farewell.
He clicked publish on the BBC website, and then it happened. There, on his desk, right next to the keyboard, appeared a mandarin. Then another. Then a plum. A fig dropped with a wet plop onto his notes.
What's this about?
He
What can I
poked
do?
the mandarin. It was cold and
All right.
real. He peeled it cautiously. Juicy. Fragrant.
What?
Delicious.
I accept. Really? That's just not funny. Not now. Yes. I wish I could say that. That's just stupid. Don't talk. You think that? Don't. Remarkable. Not now. Not later. Not ever. That's just. Really? Don't. Please. I'm sorry. Really? Interesting. What nonsense. Whatever. Sorry. I don't get it. You're good.
Within hours,
Sure,
the newsroom
Writers
at
Guild raided a
Broadcasting
family
House was
too,
overrun
but they
with fruit.
did it for a family member. What's wrong with that? Goodbye.
Producers tripped over a tumbling avalanche of papayas after Chris published a piece describing the Tory backbenches as a composting pile. A tray of particularly smug Kiwis blocked the exit to the BBC canteen. Chris Mason could not stop. He had to write. The metaphors burned in his brain until they became frozen. Now, produce. Chris tried to go on air, to explain himself. But he couldn't finish a sentence without a pomegranate materializing on the sound desk. Soon, his pieces had to be published anonymously, distributed via crates left outside the BBC building labeled CM. The fruit wasn't just metaphor anymore, it was commentary. And still, Chris Mason wrote, he had become more than a journalist. He was now the nation's subconscious, crystallized in fruit. One night, alone in his flat, surrounded by crates and a quiet buzz of magic, Chris looked at a perfectly formed pear. He whispered, "Civil liberties are being eroded like overripe conference pears, quietly, politely, until they're too soft to notice." The pear glowed softly in the moonlight. He smiled and took a bite. The Fruitful Mind of Chris Mason. Part 3, The Rot at the Core. Back in London, Chris Mason sat in his fruit-crowded flat, deeply unsettled.
This is none of your business.
He hadn't stopped writing. He couldn't. The concepts pressed harder against his mind now, like trapped steam. Each morning, he awoke with his head aching, the need to analyze, to allegorize pulsing through him. But the fruit was changing. Where once they had been wholesome, now they emerged twisted. Apples shaped like clenched fists. Melons that wept astringent juice. A pomegranate that oozed ink instead of seeds. He wrote an emergency piece for the BBC, or tried to. The moment he typed the phrase, "Cabinet Unity is a rotting fig held together with spin and gaffer tape," a basket of actual figs erupted on't. Public panic followed. A temporary law, the Chris Mason Produce Control Act, was passed within 48 hours. Parliament declared Chris Mason's fruit a national threat to cognitive hygiene and gastrointestinal safety. He was placed under state soup. Chris Mason was moved to a secure facility beneath Whitehall. Not a prison, a greenhouse. His typewriter was taken. He was forbidden from writing. He spoke airily. He whispered once, in his sleep, "The monarchy is a durian, alien, divisive, strangely addictive." By morning, the durian was there. Humming. By morning, the durian was there. Humming faintly. Pulsing. Was Chris Mason still a journalist, or had he become a fruitful oracle, a conduit between political decay and physical manifestation? Back in the greenhouse, Chris stared at the ceiling, breathing heavily. Something inside him had changed, no longer mere metaphor, no longer control. He was the orchard now, and it was growing. The Prime Minister convened an emergency meeting in a disused bunker under Checkers. Attendees were searched for fruit. One backbencher was removed after a kumquat rolled out of his pocket. "We can't contain it," said the Home Secretary, her voice tight. Mason's metaphors are metasizing. The chief scientific advisor nodded gravely. It's no longer about Chris Mason's mind. The metaphors have entered the physical ecosystem. They self-replicate. They evolve. Left unchecked, they could rewrite the cognitive language of the population. A hand went up. Could we deport him? No, said the Minister for Energy Security. We have to neutralize him. We have to shut down the source. The operation was codenamed Project Prune. A task force of military linguists, psychological containment officers, and elite chefs was deployed. Their mission: to sever Chris Mason's connection to abstract political thought. To unmetaphor him. To silence the orchard. He was sedated and placed in a sterile, white-walled room, entirely fruitless. For 72 hours, he was exposed only to literal speech, instructional videos about flat-pack furniture, transcripts from train safety announcing. But the metaphors kept bleeding through. A stack of untouched IKEA manuals began to smell faintly of citrus. A council leaflet grew soft fuzz along its edge, like peach skin. Then Mason woke up. His first words were whispered through cracked lips. "You're all trying to peel me, but I'm not a banana. I'm the tree." A mango burst into existence in his palm. It was warm. It throbbed. They brought in the final solution, the semiotic cleanser. It could only be used once. And it would erase everything that made him Chris Mason. "You don't understand," he said, voice rasping. "The fruit isn't a side effect. It's the message."
You've made a big mistake. This is none
I
of
tried to make politics digestible. I made it edible. You wanted spin. I gave you spins. And now you're choking on it.
You've made a big mistake. This is none of your business. You've made a big mistake. You shouldn't have come for us. This is none of your business. This is none of your business. You've made a big mistake.
The room filled with the scent of overripe plums. "Do it," said the Prime Minister over the cone. The button was pressed. A moment of silence. A brief hiss like wind through an orchard at dusk. Then Chris Mason slumped forward, breathing shallowly. It was done. Chris Mason lived but as a blank slate. He now hosts a gardening podcast. Westminster returned to its old language obfuscation, slogans, policy PDFs. But every so often, a child in Glasgow finds a glowing BlackBerry on a windowsill, labeled Devolution Dreams, Deferred. Or a voter in Norwich cuts open an avocado only to find inside a tiny seed shaped like a ballot box. The orchard was pruned, but the roots remain. It was a damp Saturday morning in Norwich, the kind that makes your socks feel wet even before you step outside. Ellie Grant, a 13-year-old with a sharp eye and a boredom problem, was rooting through her grandma's shed in search of something vaguely int. What she found was a wooden crate, half buried under old garden tools. On the side, stamped in faded ink, BBC Internal, Chris Mason Archive do not open. Naturally, she opened it. Inside, nestled in straw, was a single avocado. Perfectly preserved. Tied to it with twine was a laminated tag. In Chris Mason's handwriting, coalition potential underripe. Handle with vision. Ellie frowned. It looked just like any other avocado, but cooler somehow. Like it had a secret. She brought it into the house and sliced it open. The flesh inside wasn't green. It was streaked with subtle swirls: navy blue, muted red, yellow flecks. The seed was odd, more cube than sphere, with intricate carvings etched into its surface. It shimmered faintly in the kitchen light. She poked it. In that instant, Ellie understood things she hadn't before. A single kumquat materialized on the counter. She screamed, then ate it. It tasted like truth.
Greetings.